Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door, or Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 21 of Direwolf20's 1.18 mod pack. And today, we are getting an automatic weather killer. And I know Direwolf20 is currently doing this as well. Well, at the time of this recording, he's doing that. I think he's doing it with Britannia and Ars Nueva and a few other mods. But I'm going to be doing it with Industrial Foregoing and modular routers, which modular routers is kind of one of the only real ways to go for this because it just makes everything just a bit easier. That's going to be kind of copy and paste kind of situation from mine to his. But I have a few other things that I want to incorporate with this, such as entangled blocks, because entangled blocks are just awesome, and I love using them. So let's get 7 of these. I think I have one actually in this chest somewhere, right here. And then we'll actually need more chests. Doodly-doo. I don't think I have any more in here. Alrighty. Let's go for just grabbing some of this here. Alright, so 7. 6, 7. Perfect. Okay. And then what else do I need? I need a timer. A timer. Alrighty. So that is just a few things here, not too much. Probably need some stone. Okay, machine base, and then redstone torches and a clock. Okay, let's see, redstone torches and a clock. All right, got everything on me, so that's good. We'll just throw this in the crafting table real quick. All right, so a timer. Why do we need a timer? Well, we need to be able to activate the modular routers in a sequence, basically. Because we need to activate the bottom 4 to build the wither, and then deploy the top 3. So we're actually going to use redstone repeaters. We're going to kind of use some vanilla redstone here. Let's quickly clear out my inventory with throwing some of this stuff that is not needed. Now let's grab some redstone, because I want to kind of demonstrate this, right? We're going to kind of build this up out here, kind of test area, to see how this will work. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can place the 4th, and we'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we actually need the placing augment, I'm pretty sure, as well, and I don't actually have that as of current. Which one is it? There's like a block placer, and I'm probably missing it. The activator module, maybe? I think that's it. Let me go grab those. Alrighty, so it was a placer module. I was completely blind, not the activator, but this is basically what we want this to do, right? We want it to be able to place soul sand, place soul sand, place soul sand, place soul sand. So we want these bottom 4 to place soul sand on a redstone tick, right? So redstone mode high. Redstone mode high. Okay. So basically we'd give this a redstone signal. Let's go get some more placer modules. I'll craft these on camera here real quick. So we need a dispenser, which is a bow. So we need how many of these? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then make the dispensers. I really hate how the default crafting recipe is not the actual first recipe anymore. Don't know what mod adds those recipes, but a bit annoying. I don't think I ever really have droppers before dispensers, honestly. I always make dispensers usually. I never make droppers. Let's see. Placer. Then we'll need some dirt, which is fine. Got plenty of that. Alright, so we've got all 6 of those. So we need to configure all of these with... they're all... I have to divide them. to actually put any upgrades in here. So we'd want this to be stuck with 1. You only place 1. You'll whitelist, let's just say dirt. 1. Let's make sure we put front, whitelist, dirt. Go back to this one, front. This one, 1, whitelist, dirt, front. Okay, so let's kind of show you guys how I'm thinking about this, right? So we've got the placer module. Let's just keep going here. And then we'll need the top 3, which will just say cobblestone front, whitelist, and then 1, front, whitelist, cobblestone, 1, front, oh, nope, wrong direction, front, whitelist, cobblestone, 1. Okay, so in here, high, and here, high, and here, and then on high. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is we have a timer. I think 6,000 ticks. I think. I was just calculating it real quick. So we want this to run about every 5-ish minutes. So we can do, let's just, yeah, 6,000. That's fine. Every 5 minutes. And we'll cut this down for our sake here in a second. But I was thinking we can do repeater, block, redstone. I don't think this will work, though. But we will see here in a second. So let's cut this down to 50. Right? Let's take it up and then place it back down here. If it'll place in the right direction. Okay. So, yeah, this isn't going to activate anything. So if we scoot this back, we can place this correctly. I really need to get an RF tool screwdriver. But that's fine. Alright, so repeater, redstone. Well, actually, I guess the way we really are going to do this is a different method, right? So let's actually kind of test this. So if we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, we can't place it here because I put all these stairs. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are all going to be like our base, right? So we'll grab our entangled binder. Right, so middle, this one, doesn't really matter the order because they're all soul sand, right? So if we put a timer, say, on this edge here, and we go repeater, 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 and just do redstone line. Okay, so it's actually not functioning. Why is that the case? I've used this kind of system before. Why are you not running? Let me just pull one of these off the line here. Okay, so the entangled blocks is not going to function then. Oh, entangled blocks is what? 2 for 1 for me right now because I've been testing other things with these, and so far we are not getting too good of results. Okay, so what now? Right? That's what we got to think of. What now? Because we can't really run redstone into these, and I don't know how Direwolf20 did this. I also just put down the wrong one. So yeah, I'm not sure how Direwolf20 did this. Like, might have to look into it. Let me be back. Alrighty, so currently I'm in a testing world, and I think this is kind of the route we're gonna go with wither killing. I can't see actually where I'm placing these blocks because I'm using tinted glass, but this is kind of the gist. We're gonna have modular routers sitting up top, deploying a wither, right? That wither is then going to drop. It'll be then killed by the mob crusher, which will provide power to, and all of that jazz. So this isn't going to be as simple as just spawn wither, kill it, because the problem is they like to fly around, and the reason I'm in the void dimension is because they can actually see through the glass in the overworld, and they start trying to shoot everything. So we're gonna have to do this in a void dimension, but this is working. Okay. I think we might make the long fall tower just a bit taller. Have the modular routers in there. And we could probably even throw like an entity detector. Or mob detector, I think, or something like that. Yeah, this thing. Which I don't even know what the recipe for this is. I really hate creatives override. So it's like this. Well, let's see. How would this work? So basically just a tech mob. Okay. We could do that. Alrighty. I think we got a plan. Let's enact this. Alright, so I had to come back to this creative world real quick because I'm testing stuff because I don't know much about the wither. Especially because the wither has changed, and I'll get into the changes later. Because I will probably fight one of these manually just to show you guys the changes. But this is kind of what I'm testing, is the fan from mob grinding utils. And the reason I'm testing this is actually because I'm not sure if it would push the wither, right? The wither does have its own flight mechanics. So, so that's a thing, right? At the end of the day, we can spawn a wither, right? We can then throw the glass up here. You can see it just basically immediately gets pushed, and it's forced into this area. And since it's forced into this area, once it explodes, it then is immediately killed off. So this is how our system's going to work. We're going to use a fan for mob grinding utils, have 10 distance upgrades, which is max, 2 mob fans, and 2 width and height, basically, for mob fan. Throw it in here. We might make this shorter, right? But this is kind of the gist. So I'm going to get to actually getting this set up. I'll see you guys in the actual survival world so we can look at this. Alright, so let's get a fan here. Mob grinding utils fan. That is what this is, and it is right here. So this is actually going to be pretty useful, as I've shown you how we're going to transfer the wither to the very bottom of the cage by force, right? So we don't have to worry about, you know, him flying out or anything, or resisting. What in the world? Golden feathers? Oh, forbidden arcanist. Okay. Let's see here. So what do we need? Redstone? Okay, so 10 of these. And then we want 2 of these bad boys. And then 2 of these bad boys. Of course, we need more feathers. I don't think I have any more feathers. Do I have any over here? I do. Perfect. And then we also need some iron. And, which one was that? We need this one? So just 2 of these bad boys? Yeah. So, the way this is going to work, and we're going to pop over to the void dimension here real quick, is we are going to figure out the height of which we need this, because I think I've made this too tall. But let's see. So if I bridge out 1, put the fan here, drop in the mob height, show area, that this is immediately pushing him into the ground. I don't want that. I do want that leeway so he is forced to stay in the area, which is the kill radius, basically, of the mob crusher, which we still haven't made, by the way. Okay, so maybe right here, show area. I mean, that's better. I think that's actually perfect. That kind of height, because then he has a lot less resistance. I don't know. Maybe one more. So here. I also kind of want to make sure that nothing will get blown up, right? That's the other biggest thing. If the mob fan gets blown up, the whole system might break. Okay, so that is forcing him into this 2-block area. And of course, he'll try to fly up, and it won't do much. And this requires a lever to be activated, by the way. Hence why it's not working right now. Okay, so now let's figure out the dropping. So we want to have probably an area right about here dedicated to the actual mob spawning, the wither spawning, right? We can get a wither builder sooner or later from Industrial Foregoing, but that requires ether, whatever you want to call it. And the reason we don't have that is because it requires a stasis field. It requires quite a bit of other stuff, but like the stasis field here, stasis chamber, isn't that expensive. It does require pink slime, which we have a lot of right now. But honestly, I'm not really too worried about getting aether production up right now. So now we need to get our stuff covered up here, just so we know we covered it all up. All right, so what we'll do then is let's make a hole on the opposite side so we can actually get up here quicker. And then let's go get our modular routers that we left in the overworld. We should be able to get this working. Hopefully this episode. Oop, didn't mean to press that key. Alright, so modular routers. So we'll need to figure out how to get these to sequence, right? And I think the best bet is maybe redstone links, honestly. That might be one of the better ways to go here. Also, I don't know which ones these are. It doesn't really matter. We'll configure them anyway. Okay, so let's go for, what are we thinking? If we do redstone links, I mean, that's not terrible. We just have to make sure that we don't transfer any redstone signal from here to here. Actually, what we can do, I think, I don't know if this would work, but what if we do them up here? We look at this, which I believe I can in here, but I'll just pull it out. And we can actually do, oh no, I can't. That was the other augment. All right. Looks like we have to keep them down here. All right, so here's my question. Let's go grab a redstone link. I don't think they can transfer redstone. We also do need our blast upgrades that I hid away in here. This stuff is in here because I was actually trying to quickly grab more glass. But blast upgrades will prevent the wither from exploding the modular routers. Alright, so redstone link. Do I have any left just sitting in here? I have 6. We got levers of any sort. Yeah, 6 of those too. Cool. So let's go back over here. And let's see if we can do this. So what I want to know is if I place a redstone link in the center here, and let's just say we'll throw it on like a coal double. Put receiving, and let's do high on all these. not pulse, because we won't be doing a pulse. I mean, we will probably be doing a pulse, but I don't know if this will affect it or not. Anyway, so let's see if we toss in granite and dirt. So, what do we got? That many? All right, and then we got 3. And then we'll have to figure out item transfer as well, by the way. We could probably do this through Laser IO. Honestly, that might be a good option. And that's on transfer. All right. So we come down here. Okay, that didn't actually do anything. Well, the top one did. Okay, what happens if I, for example, take a piece of cobblestone, set it here, put this here, double this up, shift right click, and let's just go turn this off. Huh. Nothing. Which is probably actually a good thing, right? Unless, of course, I did something like this, which would activate the top one. Actually, that activated the entire top row. So they do carry redstone power through each other, apparently. Yeah, you can see that power is 15, but this isn't actually powering the ones below it. Interesting, interesting. All right, let me figure out this, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I think I found a solution. I was going to go with Laser IO, and then I thought, why don't I just put them above it? This'll work. What am I thinking? So the way this will work is basically I'd want something to sequence at the very beginning, right? So the sequence would be these first, these second, okay? And all we need to do is basically redstone link this, saying, let's say double redstone, okay? Throw this into receiving. We'd come down here, throw this down, say double coal. Let me go make sure this is off because I don't really want to be placing stuff right now. I need to remove the granite in there anyway. So double coal, throw this on receiving, right? And then let's clear this out real quick. So all we need to do is basically say, hey, the first one needs to go, so we could just do something like this, right? And then my repeaters. So then we could take our repeaters and just say, hey, throw this to like 4 ticks, this to 4 ticks, whatever, right? That many ticks. And then we'll take another redstone link, throw this down, and say, hey, double redstone, send it, and let's go for it. Okay, so that was kind of hard to see, especially because I wasn't up here. So let's try that again. Let's disable this. Let's clear this out. All right. And then let's see if we can actually look at this, right? So immediately flick, granite's placed, dirt's placed. So that is a little too quick for my liking, that dirt being placed, because it was like one right after the other here. Oh, we need to go turn it off. Forget. I probably will put a button here instead of a lever, honestly. And I probably won't put it there. That was kind of just temporary placement anyway. But alright, so we should be able to push button. Let's just change it to a button. Granite button. Nope, no granite button. Wow, I thought I was going to take that for granted. Anyway, stone button, put button, push button. Okay, that worked. So all we really are going to do is put this on a timer, and it should, in theory, cruise. right? I think we are ready to kind of test it once we get the actual crusher and everything. And the crusher and stuff is going to take a minute because we need some upgrades, but that'll be fine. So let's see here. So I'm going to toss these cards in here. We might use them in the future. Toss this, and our feathers back over here. So what do we need to do now? Besides grab some more tinted glass and fill in some of those gaps. Wherever I put that. I know I threw it in here and I'm probably just not seeing it. Yeah, there we go. So let's go fill in some of those gaps. Let me get the mob crusher. Actually, let's look at how to craft that before I just jump off here. So crusher. And I don't have it over here because I have the slaughter factory. So the mob crusher is this recipe here. So it's not too expensive. It does require an advanced machine frame, which requires netherite scrap. Simple machine frame, which is just more latex. So nothing too complicated. We do have plenty of pink slime, and I actually haven't shown you guys that. Actually, let's go over here and show you guys how much. I left it kind of AFK. Not really me being AFK, but I just let this go for a while. And this is how much we have in this tank. Let's right-click on it here. Yeah, we have 354 buckets of pink slime. And we have 18 buckets of liquid meat. And I did turn this off, by the way. And I made it to where we have a redstone link here and up there. So whenever the mob farm is off, the actual slaughter factory is off too. So it's just not running constantly, wasting power. Which, I mean, it's not really a waste of power because it's just immediately refilled. But for now, it's fine. So with that in mind, I am going to grab the mob crusher. I'm going to take the tesseract from the actual void dimension that's already in here, which is this thing, and use it for this, but I will be back in a second. Alrighty, so we have the mob crusher here. We're just going to place this bad boy here. I need to make the upgrades, but I wanted to show you guys basically what this will actually be used for. So let's put the tesseract at the bottom. Also, this is against the actual world border, so I can't place it actually there. I probably should have put another layer of glass under, but it should be fine, okay? We also need to put this in receiving mode. I thought I just placed it, but okay. I'm going crazy. Anyway, throw that in receiving. That should be enough power. We need to now get some upgrades. And I actually forgot to grab the coal. So let's get the upgrades, which is, I believe, a speed. So let's look at add-on. So I think we need probably a good tier 6. Just cover the whole area, make sure. Tier 5, tier 6. We'll do tier 6. And that's just latex, right? So tier 6. And we'll also need a tier 2 speed, tier 2 efficiency, and tier 2 processing. I don't know if the processing actually even affects this machine, but might as well. Alrighty, so we've got all of the upgrades. We're going into the void portal to put these in the mob crusher, and I also have the piece of coal to finalize the redstone bit. We don't have the clock, but that's fine. We'll get everything, right? It's going to take a second here. So here's all the upgrades. We'll do show working area, which this is massive, by the way. I know that. But the wither actually has the ability to spawn other creatures, and I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, we either kill them permanently or, you know, whatever, right? So let's see here. We can actually do essence. We will need to get a tank for that, like, soon. Probably in a second here. Oh, so we've got a diamond chest. Let's throw that onto the left. And then do output push. And that'll throw all the nether stars in here. And then we will grab a tank. I also need to grab the timer. So, oversight on my part here. I didn't actually talk about how we're going to get items into that because I kind of forgot. But this is how we're going to do it. So basically, entangled blocks can be useful occasionally. We're going to actually just have an entangled block connected to one of the modular routers, or, you know, the 4 for soul sand and the 3 for the heads. And we'll set the 4, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, have a pipe that's basically feeding this soul sand How are we gonna get soul sand? By the way, I don't even know. We'll look into it. Anyway, um, we'll throw, have the soul sand here. It'll get launched into this one, this one, this one, and this one, and it'll basically be full. Cool. And we'll do the same thing for skulls. It's not like I really have a limit amount of how much I can use for skulls because I can always just turn the thing on, right? Um, but we could probably do round robin on one of these pipes because I do have the ultimate upgrade sitting in this chest over here. So that's a thing. So first things first, how do we get soul sand? I really don't actually have a way of getting soul sand as of current. There's that conjuration essence, throwing sand into a blue flame from create, soul soil, sludge refiner. So it looks like we're probably going to have to get into some create of some sort to actually get some soul sand automation. But we do need sand, which sand is not that complicated. We basically need to make a stone generator. So I am going to wrap up this episode here. We're almost finished with the wither thing, but there was an oversight. I don't have soul sand. I could just go harvest a whole bunch from the nether and have this running for a little bit, but I don't want to do that. I want to get this to the point where we never have to worry about soul sand and wither skeleton skulls ever. Basically, this is going to be our power system, right? That is what I'm thinking. We're going to get nether stars, throw them into a nether star generator, or whatever it's called now, from Industrial Foregoing. And then that power is going to be powering everything. Refined storage, AE2 if we ever get into it, and digital miner, quarries, all of that stuff. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Basically part 1 of the wither killing automation. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!